I think e-learning, it's a good alternative to the regular in-class learning, and it's a lot easier because you could do it at home in the comfort of your own house, or if you do it in the library, and you could focus a lot easier because there's no distractions from other classmates and whatnot. Yeah, it was pretty straightforward. You would go on, you'd sign on, and there'd be your home page, a message from your teacher telling you what to do and when it was due, and then there was just a couple options. You could see what you handed in already. You could also look at the whole curriculum and the assignments that you need to hand in. So it's pretty straightforward, nothing really complicated. I'd recommend it probably because it's an easy way. You can get credits that your school doesn't offer on e-learning. So it's good because there's a lot of things that, like my friend's taking environmental studies, I believe, and we don't have it here at Malvern, so it's a good alternative for him. I'd say one of the main challenges was that you never really had a set teacher that you could ask questions to throughout if you came across any problems. You had to sort of email towards your teacher and wait for a response. It wasn't really that much of a challenge, but it was just a couple here and there. I got kind of frustrated sometimes. I just sort of, calmed myself down and moved on to another activity and came back and whatnot. So it wasn't too much. Yeah, the teacher would get back to you around like the next day. So e-learning, it did provide the alternative to sitting in with a grade 10 class. I am in grade 12, so sitting in a grade 10 class might have been a little awkward. So it provided a good alternative for me to still get the credit, but not have to go through sitting in class with kids 2 years younger than me. Yeah, it does benefit you, the whole online experience, because in university, or if you choose to go to college, you're gonna have to do a lot of work on computers, especially depending what programs you want to go into. So it's good to get familiar with the online programs and hand in your work to a teacher through online instead of face-to-face. The feedback that I was getting, there wasn't really too much feedback because the assignments were sort of like just straightforward. There was no essays that I had to write for the credit. So the feedback I was getting was just pretty much my marks. And I think the teacher wrote a couple of feedbacks here and there, but it wasn't really big. Yeah, in the future, I do think it'd be a good thing if high school students had to do an online course, because the way education's going, it's always evolving and adapting to the media and the way kids are learning better. I know there's alternative schools where they teach in different methods, so an online course is sort of more geared towards today's youth. Yeah, another upside to e-learning is that you can do it at the same time as your day school, so it complements very nicely because you can get caught up if you need to get caught up on courses.
I think the benefits are you get a chance to take a course that in most cases isn't offered at your school already, which gives you the opportunity to learn more about new things, and mainly it's an opportunity to learn about things that interest you. For example, the course I'm taking is a social science, which interests me, which I wanted to further my knowledge in for university.
Great.
And that's why I think it benefits me. When I come home from school, or if I have to just take notes on something, I normally sit in a comfy chair and do the notes. Or if I have spare time on a computer, I just do it then. Anytime, you can do it anytime, which is the good part.
Great.
There's a pager on the page where you can directly message people about questions you have. And there's also a discussion where you have to reply to certain people's discussions, so you have feedback on what they think and what you think and different opinions. Yes, I've met a couple people from all over the TDSB telling me how they're doing and what they think of the course and stuff like that. I think it's a good opportunity to gain an extra credit or a credit if you need it. My parents they think it's a good idea. It's just an opportunity to, again, do another course that I wouldn't have the opportunity to do at my school. So it's beneficial to them and me. Because I'm not at a semestered school, it's different, because normally I'm used to taking a course all year. So it's a bit more work because it's just one semester. but I've had no trouble keeping up with the work and doing all the assignments. It's just a matter of managing your time. To be successful in this course, I think they would have to have time management skills and organization skills, because this is all about organizing different assignments, when you hand them in, and the ability to log on every day for attendance is a good point too. In the future, I see learning as more of a step towards education and what it will be like, because it's all online and you're not sitting there in a desk watching a chalkboard or a teacher in front of you. You have a chance to do different things and learn new things online.
The first reason was I was unable to take this course in a previous year, and when I went to my student counselors, they told me about e-learning and how it's a new program, and I like taking on new tasks and acquiring new experiences. Benefits are, if you're a morning person, you can do e-learning in the morning, and most assignments for me are due at 11:59 at night, so whenever you're ready, you can do your homework. We get approximately a daily email telling on our progress report, and we get our rubrics also online, and it tells us everything from the marking scheme to a comment that tells you how you can improve next time and how well you're doing. On e-learning, you would either have to page your teacher or email them, and on e-learning, you don't get immediate responses, but you always get one on a daily basis.
But because it's a really flexible schedule, if I need the time to prepare for co-op, I would actually go home and then take time out of my own time after school to do my e-learning course. My parents think that, because teenagers these days, they're usually on the computer anyways, so that it's a really good time for them to actually put it to use. And that, I guess it kind of prepares you for universities and college, post-secondary, because I understand that they also do a lot of online submissions with homework and tests and quizzes as well. One thing I like about my teacher way of doing it is that he doesn't give you all the content at once. So in a way that he doesn't want you to rush the course, he also slowly gives it to you.